Good morning, everyone. So new week, new month, new opportunities. Monday, September 1st. Okay, yay. This is non-farm payroll week, is it not? Wow, you guys, just look at gold. Wow. Insane. I think it's soon. Yeah. Really soon. It won't be too much until we're gonna have a new all-time high. Crazy. Really crazy. I want to remove some of the drawings in here. All right. And mark some of the new zones, areas that, adjust everything. Some of the new areas that were created. Okay. Ian, thank you so much for this. So you're saying there's a bank holiday. I honestly haven't checked the economic calendar. Yeah, it might be a weird day, even though I've seen trading days with bank holiday. I think it's Labor Day or something, or at least this is what I see we have in Canada. Yeah, okay, Labor Day. Yeah, it's a pretty important bank holiday, so we'll see what's gonna happen. I'm curious about something here. I'm curious about silver taking out the high of the previous one, of the previous 4-hour candle, which is basically London high, which is a price level that gold is gravitating around. But I just want to see what reaction we're going to get once that area is taken out on silver, if there's going to be any reaction whatsoever. So as usual, I'm just marking the areas here. Labor Day today. Okay guys, so big announcement. We're gonna have a giveaway on Friday, non-farm payroll day, September 5th. And we're gonna have the first giveaway on this YouTube channel, and definitely not the last one. More details and more deets about the giveaway itself I'm going to be sharing tomorrow in tomorrow's live stream, so you guys make sure you're gonna watch tomorrow's live stream, because it's really, I want to make these giveaways a usual thing here on the channel, because I think it's time that I start giving back to the community. I mean, not giving back, because it's not like I've taken something from the community, you know, but I think that it's just, it would be really nice of me, and I really want to do it. And yeah, why not? I mean, there are a lot of prop firms that are out there, good prop firms, and they have good pricing, and I think it's really worth investing a little bit in a giveaway. So yeah. So like I said, we're gonna have, oh my god, there's a wasp flying around here. Yeah, just leave. So we're gonna have a giveaway this Friday. More details about the deets and everything in tomorrow's live stream. It's really weird to, like, for me, it's the first time ever living at a house. I've been an apartment girl all my life. City girl, apartment girl, and right now I've moved to a place which is somewhere around a big city. Not too far away from a big city, but it's not right in the middle of the city like it used to be until now. And it's a house which has a courtyard, it has a back courtyard and whatnot. What I'm trying to say is that I've not gotten used to you know, little bugs, little insects and all of that. It's a bit weird for me. And there are all sorts of flying stuff around here. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but yeah. Okay. All I'm doing right now is I'm just marking the areas of liquidity that have been created. During the previous sessions, Asia and London. I think the music is too loud, isn't it? Okay, yeah, I think music's better right now. Okay, if you guys have questions, go ahead and pop them in the comments section. 17 people watching right now. I'm not really sure if you guys are enjoying the live stream, but if you are, giving a like to the stream would really help. It's really hard to read market, honestly. I'm not really sure if I'm even going to bother too much, because it's quite weird. Okay. Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember. But on Thursday, which was the last live stream that I did, I was saying that I'm thinking that price would actually reverse because we were in monthly Q4, not monthly, weekly Q4, and weekly, monthly, whatever. It was the last week of the month, right? So fourth week of the month. And Q4 is usually either a continuation or a reversal, and I was saying that I'm likely inclined into believing that it's going to be a reversal this time around, because we would have reached a level of buy side liquidity on a higher time frame, and that basically led to me thinking that we're going to have a reversal, right? Because that's where reversals usually happen. Thing is that we actually had a continuation, so I had a break of structure in here, and then a slight pullback into a 4-hour BISI, and then a continuation higher. So Q4 from August was a continuation. This is last month of Q3 of this year, September. Yeah, so I was saying there's a lot of bugs. Wasps and ants and flies and little bugs and spiders and yeah, around here. I would say that that's the only thing that I'm not necessarily enjoying right now. Like, if I were to say like what's about to happen or what I would likely be trading, I would say that I'd have to wait for price to tip its hand, to show me, for the market to tip its hand, to show me something clear about what it might actually look to be doing. Because For me, at this point, whatever is going on here, whatever has been happening after Asia session ended is nothing more but a consolidation. And I would rather wait, break and close above here for buys. So I'd say sort of like buys if price closes above. And I'd say look for sales if price closes under. Because for now we're just in the middle of a range, and yeah, it also matters like how price will, if let's say price will continue to move higher, because you know we might get that situation in which price will go up, maybe even close above here, but then immediately reject and gravitate towards the next area, the lower area, which I've just marked here. The thing is right now that if that ought to happen, it's really important for me to see, like it really is relevant, the way in which price would travel from where it's been, which is around 34.70, 34.69, 34.70. The way it would travel from where it's been all the way up to the higher area that I've marked, a higher price level, which is 34.88. Like if I'd see price cleanly moving higher with little to no bearish candles, and then even if it would close above this area over here, I would still wait to see if that break above that area would be a fake break, case in which I would have to see some sort of bearish candle forming here and then another candle breaking below of that bearish candle. And if not, then I'd probably wait to see if it's going to make a slight pullback, maybe consolidate a bit around here and then have another push to the upside, closing above the high, the newly created high, to really consider that this break above this level would actually be a break of structure and not a mere liquidity sweep or a fake breakout. On the other hand, if price would start falling from here, I wouldn't do anything. I would have to wait and see whether it closes under this area, 34.70. 34.69, 34.70, and then consider taking shorts, or like I said, if it's just going to start rejecting or maybe slight pullback, consolidate, and then move lower. For now, I wouldn't take any trade whilst price is inside this range, even though there is quite some room to move higher. It's 100 pips area. From where price is at right now all the way up to 34.88. However, I don't feel confident in opening trades in the middle of a clearly established price range. I just don't feel confident. I'd rather have a no trading day, like a no trade day, rather than rushing things. Yeah, Robert says, are you that like the real Robert Greene? No, because your last name is spelled different from Robert Greene, the writer. Anyway, yeah, I figured. Yeah, because his name is Greene and yours is Green. No extra E at the end. Anyway, yeah, you're right. Those bugs will soon disappear when the weather cools down. Okay, guys, so once again, I can see new people joining the live stream. We're going to have a giveaway on Friday, non-farm payroll day, so September 5th. I usually live stream every weekday from 9:30 a.m. New York time. So if you guys want to stick around, thank you for showing interest. All right. I'm also like kind of like interested in this here. I don't know what to say, because there's also the chance that price might actually sweep this buy side, rebalance that 5-minute SIBI, and then move lower. But if that would happen, it means that I wouldn't have any, I wouldn't basically have any SMT divergence with this area here, which was created around 4:20, 4:30 New York time, which is this area here on silver. So yeah. And yeah, I really want, I prefer to trade with SMT. I really prefer it that way. Okay, so again, for the people who are joining in right now, we're gonna have a giveaway this Friday, September 5th. After the live stream starts at 9:30 a.m. New York time. Hi Alex, hello Muri Marble, hi Grand Success, hello guys. Love your Instagram gym stories. Yeah, thank you. I really thought in reviving my Instagram account because I haven't been that active lately with the moving and with all the changes that occurred in my life. But yeah, I'm really thinking of reviving my Instagram account with stories from my daily activities, like going to the gym. I'm soon gonna start sharing some content about mindset, about the things that have helped me throughout the years, the things that I did and that actually had a great positive impact on my overall life quality. It's mainly just things that maybe you're tired of hearing other people talk about online, like, well, you got to read a book, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to make your bed, you got to drink water, you got to do this, you got to do that. The thing is that I've been lucky enough to figure out some ways in which like some, I don't know, ways or things that make sense from a psychological perspective on how to actually make all this type of lifestyle actually matter and make it stick. Because I'm sure that a lot of you have been in a situation in which you've started doing things only to feel overwhelmed and soon enough quit. Like things like, I don't know, going to the gym, start eating clean, and all that kind of stuff. But I've been pretty happy to figure out some ways to make those things stick. And basically, I've found a way in which these things actually make sense. Because, you know, nothing that doesn't make sense won't ever stick. Yeah. Okay, another thing that I want to see here. The low of the previous 4-hour candle. Very weird. 5, when did this start? 2, all right. Yeah, it's likely moving lower. Sell side over here, 34.69-ish. Sorry guys, I gotta answer. Okay guys, sorry, I'm back. So another 3 minutes until the 5-minute candle closes. You know, I really wouldn't necessarily look into shorting prior to price having a clear close under this area. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna break this. It doesn't matter if it's going to start moving lower from here, because, you know, there is also the option to create SIBI. We already have the SMT, which is local here. It's fine. It's perfectly okay. It happens at a relevant hour, which is after 9:30, you know, slightly after 9:30 open. It also happened within 9:50 to 10:10 macro. We'll see. I want to wait and see the 5-minute candle closing, and if we're creating a SIBI on the 5 minutes, then I'd like to see on the 1 minute rebalance, you know, on the 5 minutes obviously rebalance of that, and then a nice rejection from the 1 minute. And if that doesn't happen and price starts to move lower from here right now, you know, like that, and with the next candle just continue to move lower without any pullback, that's fine. I would have normally, if it wouldn't be a bank holiday, I would have normally shorted here. and my stop loss would have been above the 956 candle, and I would have targeted that area here, which is a little over, you know, it's 2.5 risk to reward ratio. But considering that it's a bank holiday, I'm not expecting a lot of volume, I'm not expecting a lot of momentum. Therefore, I just want to pause, you know. But if it would not have been a bank holiday, I would have been in this trade right now. But just keep in mind that trading is not only about your entry model, and trading actually more than having to do with your entry model also has a lot to do with the timing and the other factors, the other market conditions, and obviously fundamentals, high impact news, bank holidays, and all that stuff really make a huge impact on the markets. I'm not necessarily saying that these things make a huge impact on the way price moves. As in, yeah, if we're going to have a high impact news, if the news, let's say it's going to be like positive for the US dollar, then it's likely for gold to move down. And if it's going to be negative for the US dollar, then it's likely for gold to go up. No, I'm not talking about this kind. I really don't believe in the validity of high impact news results. However, I do believe that high impact news days are a great opportunity for smart money to make their moves. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. So yeah. Also, you guys, I am going to start a YouTube channel membership program really soon. I'm in the middle of setting that up. It's gonna be something with like a lot of perks and a lot of things that are gonna be like free stuff for the community. And I really can't wait to share the deets of that setting with you as well. I really think that you're gonna enjoy it. I've been working on some custom-made indicators for RBV strategy. I've also been working on an automated trading system on an EA that will actually use cool stuff that you've been that you've seen me using here on my trading, and that robot is already doing like beyond my expectations, to be honest with you. Right now it's still being tested because I really want to test more of its settings, because it can be set on the 5 minutes, on the 15 minutes, and I'm really amazed by what it's doing, honestly. It's really working really well. So yeah, I can't wait to share it with you guys. All right, so the 5-minute candle just closed, and we do have a 5-minute SIBI here on the 955 candle. Again, I love the fact that it's inside a macro. Like, my opinion is that this is the most important macro of the day. So yeah. Doop, 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 doop. But I still want to see price rebalancing that SIBI here on the 5 minutes, and, you know, rejecting even a 1 minute, like a 5-minute move into the SIBI, and prior to that specific 5-minute candle closing, maybe a 1 minute clean and clear rejection. And when I say clean and clear rejection, I'm talking about bearish candles forming, like really big candles, maybe even forming new SIBIs on the 1 minute as a consequence of tapping the 5-minute SIBI. But yeah, that's what I want to see right now. Still not sure if I'm going to take a trade, but yeah, this is what I'm watching for now. Tape reading is also like a very good exercise. whenever you're unsure whether you should trade, whenever the timing is not right, like today, because it's a bank holiday. But I think it's a really good exercise for the person doing it, and also for the people watching me do it, like for me and for you guys. Yeah, glad I could join a live session at last, seeing as we are on holiday today. Yeah, well, it is what it is. Hi Alex, do you have a preferred entry model? Do you use multiple different or only one entry model? I have one preferred entry model, which I will always prefer to trade, and that is basically on the 5 minute. I want to see price on gold plus silver creating an SMT divergence, and the SMT divergence has to occur like SMT divergence plus a fair value gap, or a fair value gap plus an SMT divergence as a rejection from that fair value gap. And there are specific ways, specific orders in which I want these two factors, the SMT and the fair value gap, to occur. Like for example, if I'm talking about, for example, let's say this is London session high, and then I see gold going above the high of the London session and then creating a bearish fair value gap, right? So I have a higher high here. However, silver is not sweeping the high of the London session, so I have a lower high here on silver. So from the start, I have an SMT divergence where I see silver, silver showing signs of weakness. Why? Because it's failing to create a higher high, whereas gold is apparently not showing a sign of weakness because it manages to create a higher high. However, immediately after that higher high is created, or slightly after that, it creates a 5 minute bearish fair value gap, which makes me believe that it's not showing a sign of strength by creating a higher high, but it's actually manipulating, it's sweeping buy side, and right now it's using that buy side to pair it with smart money short orders, because otherwise I wouldn't explain the formation of a 5 minute bearish fair value gap. And then I would wait for gold to rebalance that 5 minute fair value gap, and then create a bearish 5 minute candle, close a bearish 5 minute candle after rebalancing that 5 minute SIBI, and then that would be my entry. And then another entry model is, let's say we have gold visiting an existing fair value gap, a SIBI, and right now it's creating a bearish candle off of that, right? So a rejection candle on the 5 minutes. So I have a lower high. Now in here, at the same time when gold is creating a lower high because it can't penetrate above that existing SIBI, I want silver to be able to go above that high, which should be created at the same hour as the first high, the corresponding high on gold. So I would have a lower high on gold with gold rejecting from an existing SIBI, and then I would have a higher high on silver with gold rejecting, with silver rejecting after having taken the buy side liquidity above that high that gold is unable to reach into. So these are my preferred entry models, and you can just inverse that for buy setups. And right now you guys can see that I have an SMT divergence where gold went higher, silver did not go higher, so we have a higher low on silver, and after gold went above that high, it actually created a bearish SIBI. So right now 75% of the setup is already formed, but I need the entry confirmation. So the entry confirmation has to be a 5 minute bearish candle, and price should not go and close above the SIBI that it just created. And under any circumstance, it should not go above this high, because if it goes above that high, then I need to see, will silver go above that high again? Because if both go above that area, then I don't have any SMT. But if silver still doesn't go above that area, only gold does, then I would still have the existence of that SMT, where gold would have another higher high and silver would have a lower high. So then in here I would have to wait another bearish fair value gap to form on gold and then wait for price to reject off of it. Right now, this SIBI is probably turning into an inversion, into a bullish inversion. So you guys see how important it is to respect the timing, the market timing. If I would have entered this trade only based on the fact that I have my entry model, plus it was just a 1 minute entry model, I didn't have a 5 minute entry confirmation. So this is another important aspect. Whenever you're trading, you want to make sure that you're not going to trade on the smallest time frame possible for your, you're not going to look on the smallest time frame possible for your point of entry, for your validation candle, for your entry candle, for your stop loss levels and take profit levels, but rather look on a higher time frame, like 5 minute and 15 minutes. To me, these are excellent time frames to look for this kind of stuff. And I would only look on the 1 minute if I don't see any PD array clearly forming on the 5 minutes, because price seems to be choppy on the 5 minutes with no clear swing highs being created, with no clear fair value gaps being created. But obviously within a 5 minute consolidation or a choppy market, you can definitely see a lot of you can have more clarity on the 1 minute in regards to fair value gaps and swing highs, swing lows, breaker blocks, whatever. But yeah, just to answer the question, this is one of my, actually it's my preferred entry model. Glad to share this with you guys. Okay, so yeah. So you see, just like I said a little earlier, I don't feel really confident, and I really don't recommend opening a trade inside the middle of a clearly defined range. And right now, there's a very clear defined range in between 34.88 and 34.70. So unless one of these areas is swept and then reversed, or broken, and then continued above, or broken and continued under, I don't feel like it would be a smart decision to look for any trade or to take any trade, unless it would just be like a paper trade, because it's a bank holiday today, so markets are not necessarily going to do what we're expecting them to do, what the entry models that we've been used to usually do, in the way they usually work. So once again, this was not a taken trade. It would have been a trade that I would have taken if today would not be a bank holiday. But because it's a bank holiday, you can see how important it is to not just focus on your entry model, but rather focus on a perfect symbiosis between your entry model and the right timing and the right market conditions as well. We did have the right timing, the 950 to 1010 macro, no doubt about that. Also right timing in regards to it being New York Open. However, the market conditions do not align because today is a bank holiday. Yeah. I'm gonna step away from the screen for about 2 minutes or so. I'll be right back, you guys. Just enjoy the music.
dreams. You're as delicate as a leaf. You don't know what you mean to me. I don't wanna lose you. It's too soon. I don't wanna lose you.
Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry, it took longer than 2 minutes, obviously. Woman stuff, whatever. Okay. Hey, Alex, on the next session you decide to speak, can we go over how or if trading helped improve your discipline in other aspects of your life? Thanks. So here's the thing. Trading will never... You have to understand that you shouldn't expect trading to change the other aspects of your life. Trading is another activity that you do during your lifetime. So the thing is that you shouldn't expect your life to adjust based on trading, because what's actually going to happen, your trading will be the activity whose results will adjust based on the way you are already living your life. So if you're usually, you just have to think like, what are the traits, what are the characteristics of a successful, profitable trader? What are his characteristics? Like, what is his personality? Is he a sloppy person? Is he an impulsive person? Or is he a disciplined person and a patient person and is a profitable trader? What are the areas on which he focuses? Does he focus on, for example, opening trades based on the way the market moves? Well, right now a bullish candle forms, I'm just going to go long. A bearish candle forms, I'm just going to go short, whatever. Or is this the kind of person who would rather invest in their own knowledge and their own skills? They would actually consider to invest time in order to develop their skills. And trading will never change your life, but the way you live your life is going to dictate the results that you're going to have in your trading. So if, and there's also another thing, because I've been in a situation in my life where I was doing all the things that I was supposed to do. Wake up early, clean, eating, go to gym, have all these healthy habits in my normal life, have a clean environment, like keep my house clean and tidy and all of that stuff. Make sure that I'm not speaking on top of other people, allow them to speak. So just be or exercise the characteristics of a patient person in my normal life. And I had a time when I was doing all these things in my life. However, they did not reflect in a positive way in my trading. And the reason for which this was not happening was because doing all those things in my normal life felt like a chore. It felt like a mountain that I needed to surpass. It felt so weird. Okay, so I just took a short, you guys. It felt so weird to me. It really felt like it's like I just can't do it long term. And the reason why it was failing to bring me the results that I wanted was precisely this, because I was doing all these things because I've seen this person and that person saying online that, well, you need to do this, you need to do that. But I actually did not understand why I needed to do all those things. When I finally understood the fact that I need to do all these things because it really increases my vibration, it raises my vibration. When I understood this, that I shouldn't be doing something just for the sake of doing it, but rather I should be doing something with the awareness that it increases my vibration, that it's just sticking long enough to these things and not considering them a chore or, you know, something that I need to get done just because someone says. When I finally did that, when I changed the definition for the reason why I'm doing it and what exactly doing those things bring to my life, the benefits, that's the moment when they started showing me the much wanted results. So I think it's really important, the why. I got slipped here quite a lot with my entry, but whatever. So yeah, this is what's going on. Change the definitions that you have, change the reasons for which you're doing things. Try to understand, okay, I'm willing to do this and that, but what exactly am I going to get in return? Because yeah, whether we like it or not, we are you know, besides being habitual creatures, oh my god, there's a mosquito bugging me. Come on, just leave. Besides being habitual creatures, we are going to develop, we're usually the kind of creatures that will develop a habit only if it's going to bring us. Jesus. It's a big fat mosquito that I know it's going to bite me and it's going to sting me and I'm going to have all sorts of itchiness. My god. So yeah. Sorry guys. I just covered my legs. But I don't think that I've covered my legs well enough to keep the mosquito away because I think it's really hungry. The mosquito wants to eat a piece of me. Okay, so yeah, you just got to make these things make sense for you, and yeah, that's that. All right. I really wanted to see it displacing nicely under this level here, 10 a.m. And we'll see whether it holds under that level or not, because we just want it to hold under that level. Music in my mind, think about you all the time. So yeah. So I wouldn't want 1042 CB to be invalidated. I would want price to respect that. Especially in gold, obviously. So yeah, this is what's going on. Okay, so eventually price reclaimed this CB, so we're going to mark it accordingly. Honestly, there would be no reason whatsoever why price would actually just travel above 955 CB, reclaimed CB. And right now, 1010 became inverted. But I'm not really liking the way it sort of like rejected from 10 a.m., 10:03 to be more precise, but we'll see. It should keep on going lower. Oh my god, the fucking mosquito. Okay. So yeah, just to to finish answering your question, Afahain. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Apologies if I don't. It's extremely important to understand the fact that trading is just another activity that you do in your life. And you should not have the expectation that trading will change your life. Trading will only adjust to the way you're already living your life. And if you're not living a life which is filled of your intention to increase the skills that a profitable trader usually has, trading will only make your life worse. Because it's like a bad loop. It's like a negative loop where if you don't live your life with intention, with the intention of increasing the skills that a profitable trader usually has, then it's like you're just swimming against the current. And whenever you're swimming against the current, you're going to move hard. And everything is going to be against you. And obviously, that's just going to show in your trading results. So also, it's very important to understand the reasons why you're doing things. Don't start doing things in your life. Don't start taking ice baths just because someone said that you should do ice baths. Try to understand from a scientific perspective if you want. The benefits that doing, for example, an ice bath it's going to bring to your body, to your mind, to your resilience. Not just this, but also try to observe what improvements it could bring in your own life. I've been doing, for example, ice bath, not necessarily ice baths, but cold showers for like I think more than 7 years. And during this time, I only had COVID, no other illness. I haven't been sick. I haven't been catching a cold or anything like that. Besides this, I am more toned. After I take a cold shower, my body just feels more toned. My muscles feel more toned. It's like my skin elasticity has slightly improved. I mean, I'm trying to think of all the... just a quick thing here. I'm not really enjoying what Silver is doing, but if Silver is going to be the only one doing this, then I'm fine. I think the mosquito actually bit me. Eventually it bit me. Yeah. Oh my God. So yeah, so don't just do the things, don't just understand why you're doing things, but rather do your best to observe the benefits that doing certain things have or bring in your life. You know, and do that with intention. Everything that you do has to be made with intention. That's very important. Extremely important. Extremely important. Okay, very curious to see what price will do once it reaches 1039 candle. If my assumption is correct, this should act as a bearish breaker block, and it should not allow price to move past that candle. Anyway, yeah, trading will always adjust to your existing lifestyle. Always. And if you're not living your life with the intention of increasing the skills that a profitable trader usually displays, you don't stand a chance. Someone says that they can't hear me. Yeah, just up your volume, because there's nothing that I can do if you can't hear me. The others can hear me just fine. It's been my experience that trading is a mirror of who I am everywhere else. Exactly. Perfectly said. I'm going to steal this quote. Yeah, I'm going to steal it. Because I love this. So if I want my trading to get better, discipline, stick to a plan, etc., then my life needs to lead this way first. Perfectly said. Oh my God. Yes. Exactly. I'm going to steal this, honestly. Yeah. But trading doesn't influence my life. My life influences my trading. Trading complements my life. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, what is this thing doing here? I don't like the way it's doing. I don't like how it seems to be invalidating that. First the 5-minute SIBI and then that 1039 candle, but we'll see. Hot shower for me. Thank you, Lola, at 56. Last thing I want is a cold chill. Yeah, well, to each their own, right? If hot showers are better for you, but yeah, I'm telling you, you should give that a try. Really, you should. I mean, last thing you need at 56 is adding up more habits that are going to make you softer. You know, because your age is already starting to do that. So why add stuff from the outside that are just going to do the same thing, make you softer? Yeah, you should somehow prevent doing the things that make you softer. and hot showers is definitely a part of it. Not the same about hot saunas, for example, followed by a cold shower. Yeah, that's pure therapy there. But like I said, to each their own. Oh my God, the way that mosquito bit me is insane. It's unreal. I need to buy mosquito spray, but I don't like those things because they just make your skin really sticky. I hate them. Ba-dum, bum, bum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. My God. Yeah, I look like a lunatic doing these things, don't I? Yeah, I'm sure I do. All right. I'm liking the reaction so far. Come lower. Come lower, baby. Come on. Yeah, come on. Oh, Patricia. Oh my God. Okay, I didn't recognize you, girl. I'm sorry. How are you? How have you been? Pro-charged Mopar. I read that it only takes 30 seconds of cold on the back of your neck after a hot shower to totally chill out your entire nervous system. Yeah, but you know, the point of cold showers or ice baths is not to just chill your entire nervous system. It's to help, like, sort of like reprogram your entire nervous system. You don't want to chill it, you know? You don't just want to be chilled in life. You want to be a completely new person every single day. Obviously, to the better. At least this is the way I view things. So yeah. You know, I would like you guys, I would like to see price reclaim. I would like to see price reclaim the 1045 minute SIBI. I'd love to see it reclaim that. This one that I just marked here with the red lines. And these are only on the 1 minute, like that inversion. 1053. So yeah, so the point with cold showers and ice baths is not to, you know, chill down your nervous system. Yeah, I just got the explanation. It's to increase your power of will and to not allow your brain to tell you to get out. Wait, I just got the perfect explanation here. Is to increase your willpower and to not allow your brain to tell you to get out if you have set the intention to stay there for 2 minutes. Now you might ask, why would I set the intention to stay there for 2 minutes? Well, precisely for the reason that I just said a little earlier, which is because it's completely restructuring your entire nervous system. It's like it, you know what, just by saying that it's going to increase your willpower, and that should already be enough. You know, you don't need a better reason than that. Everything that increases your willpower is a must. Yeah, everything that increases your willpower is a must. New 1 hour candle opened. I want to see how this baby closed. So on the 1 hour, showing a nice rejection and bearish candles, small bearish body on the 1 hour on silver. But you know, on silver, what I don't like is the fact that it looks like a, you know, like a rally base and a potential rally, which means that gold might actually just follow. And you know, here on 30 minutes, we just have a consolidation here. Okay. 15 minutes as well. 5 minutes as well. A consolidation. And what if this was a fake breakout? Anyway, I want to see if it's going to keep on respecting this inversion here, 1053. And if it will, then it's okay. And if it won't, I'm likely going to get out of the trade. My stop loss is 30 something pips at this point, 36. No such thing as discipline or willpower. An immovable, unchangeable decision is the only thing you can do. Everything after that will be done to attain that decision. Well, isn't making a decision the same thing as exercising willpower? You know, I've decided to become a millionaire. Does that mean that I will automatically have the willpower to do whatever it takes in order for me to become that disciplined person that deserves to, you know, to be a millionaire? It doesn't mean that. So yeah, the decision is the beginning step. At least this is the way I see it, logic. To me, everything has to make sense from a logical perspective. It doesn't matter if you decide. I mean, obviously it matters if you decide, but deciding it's not it. Deciding is the beginning, and there are a lot of people who are going to trick themselves into believing that, lie to themselves into believing that, well, I am decided to really make it, but the question is, do you really exercise that willpower? I mean, willpower, it's just doing the thing, even when you don't feel like doing the thing. Why? Because you've decided. Whereas if willpower is not there, it's like, yeah, I've decided, but, and I'm taking steps toward achieving whatever it is that I've decided to achieve. But the first moment when I don't feel like doing it, if I stop, then that's me not exercising willpower. If I don't stop doing it, if I do it, even if I don't feel like doing it, but I still do it just because I've decided, okay, then it means that I'm exercising willpower. It is my will to achieve this. It is my will to attain this. In this case, I would say that deciding is the same thing with having willpower. It's pretty much the same thing, the way I see it. It does not take discipline for a kid to play video games for 48 hours straight, no break. Absolutely, they choose to do so, of course. That's why I'm saying they decided to do that, but without exercising the willpower, okay, they will not choose to do, they will not decide to do the things that actually will make them a better person, whatever the definition of being a better person it is for anyone. Yeah, I decide, I make the decision, I choose to sit in front of my couch, to sit in front of my TV, stuffing my face with ice cream and just not getting my ass off of the couch for the next 8 hours. That's a decision I made. That's a choice. Obviously. And here, if I made this decision, if I made this choice, I've just made that choice and that decision, which a person that lacks willpower would actually make. So making a decision, choosing to do something, but lacking willpower will actually make you choose to do the thing that will not turn you into a better person. On the contrary. So this is where willpower makes a big difference, because willpower is the factor that will make you choose the thing that is right for you, even though doing the opposite of what is right for you feels better in the moment. So yeah, that's where I know that willpower makes the greatest difference. It's in what you decide to do. Not whether you're decided to, to play video games for 48 hours straight. Yeah, you made that choice. But you made that choice because you lack the willpower to actually choose to do something that it's really beneficial for you long term. Yeah, you hear a bell, don't you? Very annoying bell. It's my neighbor's kid, I think. So, pro charge Mopar, you're saying it takes no willpower to do the things you love and truly want. Prove me wrong. LOL. I love going to the gym. I love working out. It takes a lot of fucking willpower to keep going when when your body feels sore. Trust me, it takes a lot of willpower to go past that level where you feel that you can't move anymore. But you can. You just feel like you can't. But you can. and you just prove yourself through exercising willpower that your mind does not control your body. It's your intention that controls your mind, that then in turn controls your body in the right way. So yeah, there's a lot of things that I love to do, like including I love doing these live streams. But for some reason, every day when I have to prepare the link for the live stream, something just makes me not want to do it. What if I'm going to take a loss? What if people are going to laugh at me? What if the internet is going to crash? What if I'm going to make a fool out of myself? And trust me, I love doing these live streams. I love talking to you guys. I love doing this. And for some reason, there is something that always interpones in between me doing it. And that's where I have to exercise willpower, because otherwise you would not see me doing the live streams. And as a matter of fact, to be honest with you, almost every day when I have not done a live stream, without giving an actual explanation as to why I did not do a live stream. Like for example, last Friday, I did not do a live stream because, this Friday, like 2-3 days ago, I did not do a live stream because I was really feeling sick with my stomach. So I decided, it doesn't make sense for me to do a live stream if I'm not feeling well. Because I really physically couldn't be in front of my charts for like tens of minutes in a row. But many other occasions when I did not do a live stream without giving any explanation as to why I'm not doing a live stream, it was because I did not exercise my willpower. And I just allowed my mind to convince me out of the decision that I've already made to do a live stream, of the choice that I've already made to do a live stream, which is a thing that I enjoy doing, but somehow my mind just talks me out of that. And yeah, you're saying doing something you don't want to do is hell. The question is it you, like the real you, not wanting to do that? Or is it some limiting belief inside of you that wants you to believe that you don't want to do that? Because if you want to do it, but there are some things lurking in your mind, convincing you out of doing the thing, making you believe it's not something pleasant, but when you actually start to do the thing, you just can't stop doing it anymore, This is my own experience. And I can only make it so understanding, so easy to understand. Like it's really easy for me to observe this with me, with myself happening, with the live streams and with going to the gym. A lot of days I don't feel like going to the gym. A lot of days I feel sore. A lot of days I feel lazy. A lot of days. But it doesn't mean that I won't go. And the moment I start doing the moment I hit the gym, I'm like, oh my God, why am I doing it? Because I just don't feel like doing it. It feels bad. And then at the end of the training, at the end of my session, I'm just like, oh, I'm so glad I did it. I'm so glad I surpassed that limit in my mind that was telling me, you should have stayed at home. You shouldn't have come here. Not today. You can allow yourself to, to have a break here and then. Yeah, I can allow myself to have a break, but not allow my mind or some ego convince me that I need a break. Yeah, so it's really important who exactly thinks that you don't enjoy something. Is it really you or is it an ego? So if you can observe, like really put yourself, your psychology under an X-ray And really observe yourself. See whether you are the one who doesn't want to do something, or it's just a limiting belief that wants you to keep being limited. And if that's the case, just fucking cut it. Really cut it. Yeah, I'm not liking the way this thing is developing here, to be honest with you guys. Because right now, this thing is being sort of like inverted again. It's inside this one right now. Might be taking sell side from here, but maybe not. Bottom line is that I don't really like the reaction. And yeah, just looking at it, I should have gotten out. You know when? Once it inversed 1040. Not with 1050, but with 11 a.m. Yeah, should have done that. Oh my God, these fucking mosquitoes are killing me. You know, I can see now that, at least here, this BPR hasn't been reached into. The bloody mosquitoes are killing me. Patricia, your stop loss got hit. Mine, not yet. Mine is slightly higher. But I'm not sure it's at the right place, to be honest with you. I would adjust it by 3 pips. Yep, 4 pips. No, 3 pips. For now, I like the reaction that it's still having from that 5-minute SIBI, the one that was previously respected, 1025. That's good. And if it's gonna go under 1055, then I'll have no doubt that it will continue to push lower. When I loved working out and it was who I was as a person, I did it for 35 years. After retiring at 51, I was no longer what I wanted to do. And guess what? It's hell to work out now. No. No. I'm sure that you still want to be healthy. You cannot say that after retiring at 51, you are no longer, it was no longer what you wanted to do. It's not about wanting to do, it's not about wanting to work out, but it's about making it feel important for you, the benefits, making the benefits of working out be more important than the definition of a person who's retired. I think that maybe I'm wrong, but I think that maybe you should change your definition about what a retired person is. Because many of us have the impression that a retired person, someone who's retired, not because they don't have to work anymore, but someone who's retired because they've reached a certain age. You know, you're saying that after you retired at 51, I'm assuming that you could have worked for more years. At least in my country, men retire at 67, you know, which is insane. But yeah, 67 or 62. Maybe I'm wrong with 67, but 62 for sure. The thing is that at 51, if you retire, maybe you're retiring, I don't know, your reasons for being a retired person. Instead of viewing yourself as a retired person, because if we're looking up the definition, not in the dictionary to look up for the definition of what a retired person is, but actually look for the definition in our own minds. A retired person is someone who doesn't have to work anymore because they've already reached a certain age, and right now they little by little fall under being not that capable anymore to work, you know, because of age restrictions. And I really think that instead of viewing yourself as a retired person or as a 57-year-old, come on. You still have so many more years to live. 57, just freaking look at George Clooney. How old is he? I know maybe you're going to say, well, yeah, but compare the life that I've lived with the life that George Clooney lived. If you've worked out and you've identified yourself with being a person who views as very important the benefits that working out brings, more important than, you know, than the definition of being a retired person due to incoming age restrictions. I think that's what makes you working out feeling like hell. You're saying other stuff is more important now, like charts. Well, you know what? The thing is that charts is yet another, chart time is yet another aspect of your life. You just have to make all other aspects that improve your quality of life be important and exercise willpower to do them, and do them despite feeling like hell. Because yeah, Maybe it feels like hell, but it still brings a lot of benefits for your health. You know, and you just have to focus on the benefits that working out brings. And at the end of every workout, even though during the workout maybe it feels like hell, I'm sure that at the end of every workout, even though you say to yourself, thank God the workout ended, at the end of the workout, you're happy you did the workout. You're proud of yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back and say, well done. Everybody else would have quit, but not you, buddy. Yeah, that's a great way to look at yourself in the mirror with anything but shame. Yeah, you're slacking. Stop slacking, you know. You're not, admitting you're slacking is not enough to stop slacking. You have to go one step forward and start imagining how your life would look like if you would keep on slacking, and decide whether you like that, whether you prefer that type of life. And if you prefer it, then keep on slacking. But if you don't prefer it, with everything that it brings, if you don't prefer it, then just stop slacking. It's very easy. And also think about, well, if you did it once, you can do it again. If you could do it before your 50s, you can also do it during your 50s. You can also do it after your 50s, after your 60s. If you did it once, you can do it again. You're not another person. You're the same guy. You have the same knowledge. Actually, you have more knowledge now. What's the purpose of getting more knowledge if you don't apply it? More and more and more and more. It's just no point. Okay, let's see what this thing is doing here. Okay, good. Yeah, good. Good day. So, if it goes under 1059, I have no doubt that it's going to continue to go lower. And if it goes under 1059, it has no reason to go above 1037. So if it does that, I'm likely, actually not 1037, but above the 1111 inversion. And if it goes under 1059, then I'm going to bring my stop loss around 3478-ish, which is going to be decreasing my stop loss by about 20 pips. Okay, so it's inverting 1101 as well. And it's reclaiming 1040 on the 5 minutes. I would love to see it reclaiming 1040 on the 5 minutes. The 1040 CB. Come on, buddy, just freaking do it. Do you guys have any idea why? Like, you can see that I have the quarters theory indicator on both charts, on the entire layout, gold and silver. Do you guys have any idea why sometimes when I move from one time frame to another, the indicator disappears from gold and I just have to right click on it on silver, add this indicator, click on add this indicator to entire layout, and then it's going to appear 2 times. It's going to appear as doubled on gold, and I have to remove one of them. Do you guys have any idea what this is happening and what can I do to freaking fix it? Because it's annoying. It really is annoying. Okay, I want to remove, not that. I want to remove this, and I want to add this. Yeah, why are you doing this? Anyway. I don't like the fact that it didn't come under 1059, because right now it can actually come above here and then come after these relatively equal lows that it created, because right now we're just moving in between 2 relatively equal highs and 2 relatively equal lows, and I would have loved to see it create these relatively equal lows and then just bang, move under them. But yeah, I had a little voice in my head saying that maybe it's going to want to sweep 1127 and then move lower. We're going to see if it's doing that. And I don't believe that this is already of interest. Okay, so a rebalance of 1120 SIBI on the 5 minutes, and that's good, with 1 minute rejecting. Honestly, I've started a 1,000-day workout challenge and I'm on day 9. Only 991 days to go. Ha 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 ha. You see, even the fact that you keep on doing these challenges to yourself indicates the fact that you are exercising willpower. So also it indicates the fact that you are, deep down, you're the same person who considers working out as being as important as you considered it to be prior to retiring. So stop viewing yourself, stop defining yourself as a retired 57-year-old, because you're far from being that, honestly. Yeah, the guy cut the stream because he's got lunge steps to do. And like someone who leaves charts to do lunge steps, it's not a person who sees themselves as a 57-year-old retired guy. It's someone who sees themselves as an active person, which is good. Okay, let's see the 5 minutes. You know, I thought this was going to be a boring live stream, but it's far from being boring, honestly. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no. You know, no. That won't happen. It shouldn't. It shouldn't happen. Yeah. I want gold to keep on respecting 1120 SIBI, okay? And it would be ideal if silver would actually sweep this area here and then reject. But we want gold to still respect the SIBI here. And that means not going above this area here, because if it does that, it's just gonna take me out. My God, this mosquito really did me dirty, really. It really did me dirty. This is not alcohol, by the way. It was just Diet Coke. Even though it looks like alcohol, but it's not. I've actually stopped drinking alcohol. You know, the last time when I drank alcohol was, I think, in December, on a 29th, I think. Yeah, I think it was December 29th. Yeah, I'm loving the reaction, guys. Keep on moving lower. Wow, 2 hours in the live stream. Okay, guys, so for anyone who's new here in the live stream, first of all, thank you. Second of all, we're going to have a giveaway on Friday, non-farm payroll day. It's also going to be the first giveaway day here on my YouTube channel, and certainly it's not going to be the last one. And if you guys want to follow my, live tips and tricks and what I do, and, just random posts from my life, you can just go ahead and follow me on my Instagram channel. It's linked in the description of the video of my YouTube channel. And also, I'm just going to say it too. It's true_Lera. That's my Instagram handle. TRUE_LERA. Yay. My IG. What the hell happened here? Oh my God, no. You guys, help me out. What's this area here on the chart? This one. There's a white area here. You see? What is that? What is that? Help me out. How can I get rid of that? Help, 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 help. Come on, bitch. Keep on dropping. I don't like it, you guys. I don't. I don't. I don't like this. What is this? This is a 1 hour inversion. Why on earth? Why on earth? Why? Guys, help me to get rid of this white area here on the left side of my chart. I don't know what that is. What should I click to make it go away? What should I do to make it go away? Can you zoom in? When I zoom in and back out, it usually resets. Yeah, I zoom in and I zoom out and nothing happens. It just stays the same. I don't know what I clicked. I clicked on something and it would usually happened in the past a few times when, but it would show at the bottom of the chart. Right now it shows at the left side of the chart. I don't understand why. What is that? What is that? There's also a Z showing here. What is that? Fucking A. Come down to bar close, regular. Yeah. Anyway, if you guys know how to help me get rid of that left side thingy, just let me know. I don't know. It's been consolidating for quite some time now. There is an undo button at the top. That's a fail-safe. Yeah, definitely, Patricia. But the thing is that I've already, like, it would undo a lot of other stuff that I kept on doing. That I kept on adding and modifying and drawing on my chart. So I wouldn't really want to use that button. But yeah, that's usually a good option when you notice the boo-boo on the chart right away. But I didn't notice it right away. Bro, I've been in this trade for far too long. I don't know. Just go, would you? Go. Go down. Yeah. Like, you know, the weird thing is that nothing happens when I click on this area. And I remember it happened another time during another live stream, and someone told me what I should do, but I completely forgot, obviously. Yeah, I completely forgot about what I should be doing about it. Okay, so I said that if price is going to break under 1059, it should have no reason whatsoever to come above the 1111 inversion. So I'm going to adjust my stop loss, you guys. It's going to look as if I've been taken out, but I haven't. I'm just going to adjust the way my entry looks like, sort of like this. And my stop loss is going to come right above here. Come on. 34.78. 34.78, sort of like here. Sort of like that. Okay. Now you're not gonna reject from here. No, you're not rejecting from here. You're not. You're not. You're definitely not rejecting from here. You're not. I'm gonna keep on monitoring it on my broker as well, on my challenge account, my prop. So guys, don't forget, if you want to get 30% off any challenge with Neomo Markets, you can use code RBV, and like I said, you're gonna get a 30% off with any challenge. That means that, for example, if you want to get a 50K challenge account, which is around, I think, $300 something, you're gonna get more than $100 off with that, with my code, with RBV, which is, you know, it's a good deal. It's a good deal. Yeah, I'm just gonna say W. Patricia, I see the magnet is turned on. Was that intentional? Yeah. The magnet basically just ensures that objects, like for example, if I want to place like a horizontal ray, it's just going to snap right onto a swing high or a swing low or wherever it is, that level that I want to place it at. It's just going to snap perfectly at that exact level. That's why the magnet is for. And even if I, take it off, nothing's going to change. Even if I move to a different time frame, even if I zoom in or zoom out, nothing changes. It's not because of the magnet. I don't know why. It's what I'm doing, but it's not the first time I did it, and I don't know how to get out of it. Yeah. All right, baby. All right. Keeps on moving lower. That would be nice. It reached into the 1 hour busy that it created a little earlier. Which is this one here on the 9 AM candle. It's also inside this inversion, still on the 1 hour. And that's like a bullish inversion. I don't like it. You know what? I'm gonna play it safe because it is a bank holiday. Look at how nicely it's reclaimed. It reclaimed the SIBI here on the 5 minutes, 10:40. So I'm gonna bring my stop loss above there, which is, it could be stop loss at break even. But first, just, what is my stop loss now? $190, so 19 pips, $190. And it's rejecting, or it might reject from a 1 hour inversion. Is it worth the risk? It's not worth the risk. That's why I'm going to adjust my stop loss. So stop loss comes above the, based on the 1 minute. Stop loss comes adjusted to being, based on the 5 minutes. Sorry, guys. Above the 1040 candle. So it's going to be sort of like this. 34.77 point something. 34.77 point something. Stop loss 77.15. Modify. And that's adjusted to just 10 pips. Oh my God, that song again. That song again. That bloody song. Every time I'm in a trade, this song plays. How? Well, I've been in a trade for quite some time, but I did not hear this song, and now it comes. And it's just the same freaking playlist repeating over and over again, but I said I'm going to remove the song from the playlist, but I haven't. Okay, last line of defense could be this 1146 SIBI here. Because all this push to the downside from 1143 all the way down till here, that's the bearish move that's rejecting from a SIBI. And it's also breaking some sort of market structure. minor market structure, but still doesn't matter. And I would call the market structure this being not market structure, but actually a change of character to be the 1059 swing low here. Change of character because the structure is this one. Oh my god, what is this? Cancel. Yeah. Wow, you guys are really staying here with me, aren't you? It's good to have company. "26 people still. Nice. You know what? If this trade goes to take profit, I'm gonna do 2 giveaways. One this Friday and another one the next Friday. And if it doesn't, I'm just gonna do 1 giveaway this Friday. Yeah, but not necessarily. Like when I say if it goes to take profit, I'm not necessarily saying it has to go to 34.63. Where I currently have the TP set. I mean, I actually have the TP set at 34.55 in my challenge account, but I'm talking here in TradingView. I'm just saying, you know, to go lower so that I can consider that, you know, yeah, it's worth for me to close 90% of my trade and just call it a day. So if that occurs, I'm gonna do 2 giveaways, one this Friday and another one next Friday. Because why not? Patricia, I'm thinking of taking a few days off so I can assist the live trades as it really makes a difference. You can always watch the videos, the live streams. You can always watch the replay versions. And if you want to assist the live trades, do it with the intention to understand and to make the concepts get cemented into your head. But if you do it with the intention to participate in the trades, you're not going to get a positive outcome out of that. I mean, you could get random wins here and there, but that's not an overall long-term positive outcome. Cool stuff. Very cool stuff. Yeah. Yeah. It's moving nicely. We might actually have to two giveaways. Stops break even for me, guys. Stops break even for me. So stop is at break even right now. This trade is running risk free right now. Guys, don't forget to like the stream if you enjoy spending time with me here. It really makes a huge difference for me because I don't have too many live stream viewers, but this is really going to push the videos forward through the algorithm. And you know, it's like, if you consider it useful information, it's worth speeding it reaching to other people as well. And you can only do that, I mean, there's a real chance of doing that through the like button. What is going on here? I'm really interested to see what is going on here. What are you doing? You should not turn 1203 into a respected busy. Do not dare to do that, motherfucker. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god. A ghost is calling me. Hold on, you guys. All right, guys, sorry. Sorry for that. I got a phone call and I really had to answer. So what is going on here? What is going on here? Yeah, so far this is going really nice. I want to see silver. Where did silver reach into? Because silver reached somewhere. Where is that? Something on the 5 minutes that I've marked here. Ah, okay. Yeah. You know what? 90% off. Stop loss is already at break even. And because this trade reached at a point where I consider myself happy enough with the monetary return to take partial and just leave a small runner, we're going to have giveaway this Friday, and then we're going to have another giveaway the next Friday. Like I said, all the deets about this week's giveaway on Friday, non-FAR payroll day, I'm going to share those with you tomorrow. And thank you so much, guys, for being here. Don't forget to hit the like button on the stream, and bye.